I don't know. It kind of ebbs and flows. Sometimes you're like, dude, like, why can't I pee right now? Like, maybe
Yeah.
sometimes your body just shuts down.
Yeah.
You're like, am I dying right now? Like, am I okay?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I'm pee shy, and I've had it my whole life, and so
Yeah.
if I'm in it, I can pee at a urinal if the bathroom's empty, or if there's like a person in the stall or whatever, or
Yeah.
it's just like my brother or something. Like we're at a movie theater and we both go into the restroom. Like I'll just go to the urinal. That's fine. Soon as there's a stranger, or even if I hear footsteps
A door
approaching the
open.
bathroom, it's like nope.
Yeah.
It's like sucked back up. It's like nope, you're not peeing now. Like, and so basically, I will always try to find a stall, and I'll just pee.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
a
I am
safe
such a
option.
fucking pussy for this, but I can't get over. Like, I don't even know how to get over it. There was like some
It's a
secret.
mental thing.
Yeah, like there's like some way. Somebody said, oh fuck, I already forgot what the ritual was. There's some sort of ritual to getting over it, but I don't think it worked. I think I tried it, and I can't even remember what the ritual was. It was years ago.
I
Yeah.
remember distinctly in like college, like the biggest thing for me was I had like a pretty small like art class because I went to school for graphic design.
Hmm.
And the biggest thing about me was like I was so cool, but I was also like a little bit pee shy while I was in college. So I was like, okay, basically I have to be in a stall. And anytime I tried to be at like a urinal, there would always be like some kid or some faculty member walking in. And it was always so uncomfortable because it was like, maybe like less than 100 people in like the art building. So like everybody knew everybody, and you just did not want somebody to like walk in and be like, okay, so they're just sitting at the urinal for like 10 minutes. They're like mad weird. Like, have you ever like been at the urinal, but like not wanted to like get up and like fake it, like that you just thought you were like done peeing when you like somebody walked in? Like, you ever have that situation and then you just learn
Oh,
to be a stall boy from then on?
yeah. Listen. I once stood in a urinal for genuinely like 6 minutes,
Oh
and
my God.
I ended
Been
up
there.
leaving without peeing still.
Yep.
And I had to pee
It's hard, bro.
so fucking bad. I had to pee so fucking bad. So I literally went to the sink, washed my hands, left. I had to be so fucking bad. And I pretended like I was on my phone outside the bathroom. And then like 2 minutes later, I just went back in and went to a fucking stall. I was like, dude, I have an issue. Like, this is so bad. It's because it was so much foot traffic. So many people walking in and out of the bathroom. And then people would get right up next to my stall because it was kind of busy. And I was like, dude, I
Yeah.
just I can't. Like, this is the worst.
It's anxiety inducing, dude. It's like, I don't know what it is. Like, it definitely ebbs and flows, but it's like, I'd say it's probably like 80-90% gone for me. Like only when it's like high foot traffic. Yeah. Or
Mhm.
like people that like, like, let's say like I'm like going to like a public bathroom with my dad or like my family. It's like weird. It's like, I don't want to pee near you. This is weird. But maybe it's just because I have like healthy boundaries with my family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is like homeless, and like he got so comfortable with his family because they were on hard times that they could like pee or like shit in the same bathroom. And I'm like, that is not healthy at all.
Yeah,
Like, you need a separation of that. Like, you can't be all using the bathroom at the same time. You guys got problems you need to work on.
yeah, that's a little
But
weird.
yeah, he's just a peculiar guy, but yeah, I don't fault him for it. I just think it's the way he was raised. It's fine.
You were talking about that time you drank that 64 ounce of Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
I don't know who I told. I've definitely told this story once or twice on the cast, but when I was in Mexico, this is 2 Christmases ago, we were at this nice resort and we were having like a full day trip with my family, and we had to
Okay.
wake up really early. And I drink a lot of water at night. Like, I always have like a water bottle next to my bed, and I'll like chug the whole thing by the morning, basically. And I don't know if you've ever watched my stream, but I also have a peeing problem. Like, I will pee a lot during the morning streams. Like, I'll probably pee if I go live at 8 a.m. I'll pee 5 times before noon, and it's just because I chug so.
You gotta be chugging water. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I drink a lot of water, and then in the morning I like to just initially hydrate, so I drink a bunch of water.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm also
That'll
like
do it.
I do have gut issues. Like, I'm diagnosed with IBS, so like I clearly have some issues. Because I'm a streamer, it hasn't diminished my quality of life, so I just deal with it. It's like, whatever. I'll just pee a lot in the morning, but I have a bathroom 5 fucking steps away, so it's whatever. We went on this excursion, and I had drinking so much water, and we had to leave the hotel at like 8 a.m. And keep in mind, my usual routine is to pee 4 or 5 times before noon. And we had a 2.5 hour bus ride to this place. And I made a point to pee twice before we left. And I made a point to not drink as much water as well. And we were stuck in this bus for 2.5 hours. And I had to pee basically like 20 minutes into the bus ride. I was like, oh shit, I kind of have to pee already. But it's not that bad. 2 hours later, I needed to pee the worst I've ever had to pee in my entire life. It was fucking painful. And I was sitting there.
I believe it.
And anybody that like talked or tried to make a joke, because we're all just in this bus together. There was like 8 of us. There was like a driver, the person up front, and then the rest of my family just chilling in the back. And I'm like, dude, like any sudden bump in the road, which there's just metric fuck tons of bumps everywhere in Mexico. It's just the bump. Yep. We're just using this. And I'm like, dude, my groin, it's like riding up my stomach. I'm like, dude, I'm in actual agony. Anyway, I'm like,
I can literally feel how that felt because I remember it so vividly of being in the movie theater because I know it was 100 times worse than what I had, and I do not wish that upon anybody. Dude. It is like possibly like top 3 worst feelings I've ever felt in my life, and I had like extreme oral surgery, and it still hurt more than that.
Jesus. Yeah, no, you can totally relate. This was the worst it's ever been. And I've had some other experiences that were bad, but this was just by far the worst. And I didn't even know when the next bathroom was. And we're stuck in a bus, and I'm not going to pee in a bottle in a public.
Were you on it for the whole 2.5 hours?
Yes.
Like they had no stops.
There was no stops. There was no stops because we had that, like, we were like running late or something, and we had to get to this place to make sure we made it to the little temple we were going to go explore, and we had to be there on time. So there's no stopping, but there was going to be a restroom as soon as we arrived, and so like we're like 45 minutes
first
away.
in line.
Yeah, like
I don't care about being pee shy. I'm first in line.
We're like 45
Move
minutes.
out of the way.
We're like 45 minutes away, and I'm like, I am being crucified. Like I was just like, this is the worst pain ever, and I'm just counting
Didn't
down.
Didn't it feel like you were like dying? Like it
Yes.
felt like you were literally dying from the inside. This is the best way to explain it.
And it's
like your body was shutting down because it basically was.
It's worse than prairie dogging too, because at least with prairie dogging you get a little bit of relief here and there. It's like, okay, you really got to shit, but then it's like, okay, it kind of passes, then it comes back like even harder, and you're like, oh god, like I'm gonna poop any second. This is like no relief. It's just pure pressure added nonstop.
The thing that's also like horrible about that is that when you hold your pee in that long and your kidneys are literally that impacted and like hurting, is that it's actually difficult to pee when you would think like unlike like prairie dogging or whatever, like it's immediate. Like it's almost like your body shuts down and you have to relearn how to pee again because it hurts so much.
Dude,
your body can't even make the connection to your kidneys that like you need to pee. Like your brain to your kidneys just aren't connected. It's so bad.
There was only one bathroom, and it was in a souvenir shop. So we pull up, bro. I almost collapsed getting out of the bus. I had to fucking waddle. Because my body like wasn't functioning properly. Like I couldn't walk properly. I'm like, oh my god! Like every step was just burning. I'm like, oh my god! And so I am just like, there's so many people around, and I'm like, I need to find the fucking bathroom. So I'm just running through this souvenir shop. Finally find it. It's just some like really ghetto souvenir shop, and there's 2 stalls and a trough, a peeing trough. And you know I'm pee shy. You know I'm fucking pee shy. So I go in there. There's a line of like a couple people, and I just fucking ignore the line because there's like 3 people at the trough, and it could definitely squeeze a 4th person. So this is completely out of my comfort zone. Like I literally cut those 2 people, and I squeezed in between these 2 people, and I just whipped it out, and like I could not pee for like a good 15 seconds, and then I peed for genuinely like 3 minutes straight. It was like 3-minute pee. And it was like, the worst thing is like the first minute of peeing wasn't even relief. It was just like still burning.
That's like the top off level of it still being overflown. You're just like, holy fuck, will I feel good after a minute yet? And then it's like a rush of euphoria by the time you're like done with the 3 minutes. You're like, I can't believe this is what I felt like. Like this is the human experience of pain. Like this is probably the highest tolerance of pain I'll ever have. insane. It's like, I do not recommend holding in your pee to anybody, but there are unique circumstances in life that present themselves that you just cannot avoid sometimes. Like the 2.5 hour bus ride after you peed like 4 times and you still needed to pee. It's like, it's not your fault.
Dude,
you know?
It was.
I bet you could probably stop that bus. You could make like a threat or something. Be like, I'm gonna piss all over this bus.
No,
you don't stop it right now.
I could have, but like I'm looking outside and we're in Mexico. I mean, this is like straight ghetto. I'm like, dude, where am I supposed to pee?
We're not in the safest part of Mexico. Yeah. I'm not peeing right now.
No, seriously. I mean, we are driving through. I mean, there's just establishments that are just crumbling. I mean, the buildings are crumbling. There's a truck I just saw with people with AK-47s in the back. I'm like, okay, like where am I supposed to pee?
Let me go piss right by that guy.
Every fucking establishment has like a gate in front of it, so it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like go in there? Like, hey, can I like my Spanish is so rough. I know how to say, can I use your restroom? But it's like, it's just so uncomfortable.
Necesito el lavio.
Usar el baño, like, por favor.
Yeah, or baño. That's what it is.
And it's
yo necesito el baño.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a terrible experience. Like again, if we were in America, I would just like fucking pull over to a 7-Eleven or wherever the hell. But it's like this is I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.